Hi, this is Ed Green's Boundary, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. Just a reminder, we do lives here on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central. Just a little reminder that I'm not going to be doing a live show on the Saturday. Me and the wife are on a little bit of holidays. So just remember that. I'm going to maybe do a little pre-recorded thing for everybody on that Saturday. But we will be back on the Sunday and continuing on from there as per normal. Okay, so let's get into the card of the day. As we're waiting for more and more people to come on the chat. Card of the day. We got Marlon. Hello, Marlon. Technical difficulties on Valentine's Day. I've got my red shirt for the holiday, and we got the wonderful Happy Valentine's Day balloon. So we're all set for the day. Nothing working?
It's on now, isn't it?
Nope.
What is on mine?
There we go. A little bit of a delay between her computer and my computer, I guess. Let's get into the card of the day from the Universe Has Your Back deck. This is your message from Universe for today. It is, when I lean towards love, there's a theme for today. I am led. Okay?
What?
I am led.
Lead?
Yes. Not the lead in your pants, but being led with love. Okay, so there's the artwork on the card. Very nice. Back of the card. Very nice deck. So let's get into the first reading. Somebody had asked the question: is Doge a good investment? Well, I believe it is, and I think many of the people that do watch our show regularly believe that it's a good investment. But somebody asked that. Hi, Bob. Our Doge fan here came in at the right time. So let's do a little bit of reading on Doge, on how it's going to be doing in the next little while. Okay. Lead.
It's also lead.
Oh. And we got Jerome. Hello, Jerome. Now, Dogecoin is going to go through a certain period of time in the next little while. I think in the next little while, it's going to kind of collapse. The health of it is going to be collapsing for a short period of time as new and better things come along, like Shiba Inu and many of those other cryptocurrencies, taking everybody's attention away from the Dogecoin going forward. But I think that's going to be for a very short time. I think the Doge is going to be coming back into the limelight as we move along. With Elon Musk doing all of his things. Of course, that's going to take a few years until all that is done. Okay? But there's going to be a period of time when that price is going to probably come down and nobody's going to be talking about it really at all. But I think that's going to be turning around with Elon Musk doing his thing. But of course, regulations and all that wonderful stuff from the government you have to kind of do before you can make your Twitter into a payment processor. The financial part of it, it's going to be it's going to go quite down in the next little while, and then start to spark up. Probably going right along with the rest of the cryptocurrency market moving forward. And I think that some of the people that are following it are going to be maybe betting against Doge in the long run, basically shorting it. If you're shorting any of the cryptocurrencies, I wouldn't do that right now. And there's a reason for that. Some things are coming on the horizon. And I don't think shorting your cryptocurrencies is probably a good idea right now. But in the long run, I think people are going to be doing that, and they're going to be paying the price for that situation. And and the situation I'm thinking of is the banking industry is going to be having a little bit of a situation coming June 30th ish, around there. There's some things going to be happening in that time span. So everything is going to be, you think it's wonky now. Okay. Wait for it. Okay. I think it's going to be a little different. I'll just leave it at that on June 30th. Okay. Remember that date. I think there's some very important things going to be happening at that time, and that's going to be worldwide. Okay. So, yes, Doge is a good investment. It's just going to be having a little bit of a rough time in the next little while. But that's the game, right? When everybody's afraid, be greedy. When everybody's greedy, be afraid. Okay, let's get into the next thing. Make sure that we're getting lots of good questions on the chat here. So, didn't announce what we're going to be doing. Somebody in the chat somewhere had asked about Cardano. I guess they don't watch our show often because we talk about Cardano quite a bit. But let's do a little bit of reading on the Cardano, what's it going to be doing in the next little bit. I think the health of it is going to be a little topsy-turvy as we go through a transition in the next couple months. I do see one more down because of things going on. There's that thing going to be happening on the 14th and 15th, but it's not going to be for a long period of time. Okay, and that is showing up in the cards at that time frame. Okay, and that's going to be all cryptocurrencies and stocks and bonds. And then when June 30th rolls around, I think that's all going to be going out the window as cryptocurrencies take the top spot, and everything else is pretty much, gold and silver still good. Actually, we're going to be getting some gold and silver on the week that we're off, so good times. The price of the Cardano is going to be going through an abrupt change. I think whatever it is doing right now is going to be abrupt change. I think it's kind of skidding along the bottom at the moment, and I think it's going to be going up quite a bit in the next year or so. People that are involved with this particular cryptocurrency, I think there's going to be a lot of naysayers, a lot of smoke and mirror people trying to fool everybody. But I think that's going to be turning around, and it's going to be going in the right direction in the next little while. Okay, so that's Cardano. Nothing wrong there. Zac Efron. Somebody in my chat on YouTube was asking if I could do a reading on Zac Efron. I go, who the hell is he? And apparently he's a teen heartthrob, maybe. Actor. I used to do all the celebrity ratings, and I do get quite a few views from those still. And this is where this, huh?
Maybe you should do more.
Maybe should do more. Who knows? But this is the result of those videos. So let's get into that one. The us guy. So I don't even know what this person looks like, but let's do a cold reading on him, not knowing who he is. His health seems to be okay. There's going to be a particular situation coming up for him where he may not do so well for a short period of time. So he's going to have a situation where he's going to be out of work for a short period of time because of some type of injury. That's what I'm picking up. He thought he was going to have no problems with some particular, probably sports or something. And I think he does a little bit of a tumble and hurts himself. Financially, I think he's going to be a little on the out. Okay. He's beginning of the year. I think he's doing okay, and something happens and his money situation kind of tumbles. Okay. So whatever that is, don't know. Maybe he does a bad deal, or maybe because of his injury, he can't do all the work and he has all of his money tied up into, or he doesn't know how to save money, like into Bitcoin and that sort of thing. Maybe has some financial difficulties because of that. People that are around him, apparently there's going to be a situation where he's going to have a hard time looking for work. Just a short period of time. In the new year. Okay. And he's really going to have to be fighting for those new jobs coming out. Okay. So that's Zac Efron. Maybe I'll go look at a picture of him later on. See who I'm talking about. Love in the air. That's the theme of today's show. We got Daisy Chains. We got Bob Job. We got Tyron Yam, and many other people talking already, which is awesome stuff. Make sure that we're getting lots of good questions on the board, as always. In this, of course, being Valentine's Day. Oh, we got Super Whittle Guy, too. It's a full house. Of course, we got the balloon. The wife was thinking maybe I'll get a little hat or something for Valentine's Day. Let's just go. She made the right decision, getting a balloon for the background here and the red shirt. Now, this is the time that we're noticing around the world that love is starting to take over the world. And our opinions and our feelings and all that are starting to change from where they were from 2 years ago. And I'm picking up that this is the moment in time when we're going to be changing into a new, the awakening, right? It's all about love and using our energies for the betterment of mankind. And of course, we have to, it could be a spy balloon, right? You never know. It's Chinese. Everything's made in China. At this moment in time, it's just a good reminder to spread that love around to everybody, no matter what their view. Here. Okay, there we are. I'm back. And remember to use that white light and use your abilities for making the world much, much better. Everything that we see on the news, even UFO stuff, just wrap white light around that, and it will start to resolve itself. And the universe will start to tell you what actions are necessary to bring around a better world for ourselves. And it is happening. Yeah, you're seeing the elites being exposed and running away. Once you shine the white light of love on them, they kind of scurry into the shadows again. And this is something that we're seeing more and more often, as if you're watching the news at all. Just can't shine enough light on that Trudeau guy. he just doesn't take the hint, but he's in turn will be going away as well. So make sure around this time, send that love to everybody around you. Send light to everybody in the chat. And of course, my wife, the cats, the monkey, and everybody at my work. Okay, so hopefully you have a good time this Valentine. So let's get into the chat. Almost? Oh, good thing the wife's here. For now, more people are here. This Saturday show, and we usually do the horoscope reading, I'm going to do a pre-recorded thing because me and the wife are going to be on holidays for the next week. We got a bus tour thing going up to what's the place? Sand Hills Casino. Okay, so we're going to be on the bus at 8 o'clock in the morning. So it's going to be really hard to do a live thing on that day. So I'm going to pre-record something for everybody. So I, give you something for the day. And starting on the Sunday and beyond, it's back to regular. So there you go. Okay, now getting into for the Sunday show, which is our remote viewing day, practice and all that sort of thing. If you are new here, and I think there's a few new people that I see, remote viewing practice. Okay, so what you're gonna do if you want to learn how to be a remote viewer, last week Bob Job knocked it out of the park with his remote viewing abilities. So we can hopefully somebody else will get in there and compete with Bob Job. So on the top of a clean sheet of paper, or whatever you're gonna write on, you're gonna write down the remote viewing number. That's your focus number. Okay, this is what you're gonna put all that attention to, all that white light, and put it around that number and pick up the things that you can pick up from this target number. And you're going to describe the target. You're not going to label it. Okay, so you're going to describe the colors that you see, the feelings that you feel. You're going to be describing the shape, the size. Is it big? Is it small? Is it alive? Is it inanimate? Is it a balloon? Well, that's labeling something, but so
Is it heart shaped?
Is it heart shaped?
Is it red?
Is it red?
Does it have letters on it?
Does it have letters on it? You never know. So describe as best as you can and don't think about it so much. Okay, I think some of you are still focused on being perfect with the thing. It's not a lesson in being perfect. It's about getting it in out. Okay, a lot of psychic work is about getting the information and just spitting it out. Okay, so get something, put it on the paper. Just boom, 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 boom. Don't overanalyze it.
Rainbows.
Just rainbows.
Yeah.
Okay, she's already started. So. And don't label it. So if you said it was a balloon, that's labeling it. So that would be known as an analytical overlay, AOL. So on the bottom of your paper, because it could be correct, okay? But on the bottom of your piece of paper, you put analytical overlay, AOL, balloon, okay? And then you would go back to the describing the target. Okay, so that's going to be this Sunday show, so don't miss out. Okay, it's always a lot of fun. Bob, like I said, Bob Job and Daisy Chains because she lost contact with us. She and Bob knocked it out of the park last week. So very good work, guys. So that's going to be this Sunday. Now we're into the chat. Hopefully, unless the wife says different. Okay, so Wing Finance, how will it perform? He always gives me a question right before the show. So there you go.
Stop it.
Is Domino doing something?
Scratching the couch.
Naughty kitty. Anyways, getting back to the question, Wing Finance. Let's have a look at that one. How will it perform in 2024? I think it's going to do okay. Most of the health is kind of kind of like many of the other things going into the next 2 years. I think it's going to be all over the place. I do believe cryptocurrency is going to be overcoming many of those situations. You have to remember the situation with many of the cryptocurrencies is in the banking system in June 28th, 29th, in that area. Okay, look it up. What's going to be happening with the banking industry? People will probably sell their cryptocurrencies to pay off their bills. Okay, so you're going to see this sharp decline as people, and then you're going to see as trust in the banking industry wanes. Okay, people are going to be taking their crypto or not their fiat currency, the garbage, and putting it into other assets like cryptocurrency. So you're going to see this. Okay, and we keep seeing that coming up in the cards over and over and over and over again. I was watching Lynette Zhang. She has a YouTube channel, and she's very good. I forget the name of her channel, but look it up, Lynette Zhang. And she's an analyst, and she's looking at what the banking industry is doing. And in June 30th, in there, there's a whole lot of contracts that are going to be coming due for the banking industry. Okay, and this is when probably they're going to be doing the buy-ins, which is if you got money in the bank, doesn't matter where you are on the planet, they can take that money and pay off their own bills. Some people call it the Italian haircut, okay, because it first happened in Italy, where people had money in the bank, found they had less money the next day, and this is how the banks paid their bills off, and they never paid it back. Okay, so this is going to make people lose trust in the banking industry, and people are going to be trying to grab their money out of there nice and quick, okay, and put it into other assets. So we'll see around June 30th on the what's going to be going on. But it is actually showing up in this reading. That's why I mentioned it. The financial part of the particular cryptocurrency, I think it's going to be doing just well. By the end of 2024, it's going to be doing just fine. There's going to be a lot of moments in that next little while time period where there's going to be a lot of good buying opportunities out there for everybody in just about every cryptocurrency that's out there. And the people that are involved in this one are going to be doing pretty good overall. Okay, so Wing Finance should be doing hunky-dory in the new year. Okay, thank you for that question. 3-card reading, if possible, on some extra funds to come through with trading. Wow. Okay. Marlon's always looking for the deal. He definitely wants those cryptocurrencies to go, because he probably has some good buy orders and sell orders and all that sort of thing going on with the cryptocurrencies. And many of the traders that I know are having a really hard time right now trying to do trades because the market's not behaving, as I've been saying for quite some time. But for Marlon, unfortunately, I think you're going to have to wait a little bit longer for any funds from trading in the next little while. There's going to be opportunities for more buying. Okay, you may have to look at other methods of making money from cryptos. I know Dark was talking about airdrops and all that sort of thing. You can make quite a bit of money doing that. Maybe a little bit of DeFi. You can. It's a little shakier right now out there in the market, especially in North America and UK. I think they're having some banking issues. Regulators in the UK. So you're going to have to wait a little bit longer for many of those things that you want to have happen. Okay. But there is going to be some other monies coming from some other direction that you had not expected. Okay. I'm thinking there's going to be some business or job opportunities on the side for you. You got to do what you got to do, right? And you might have to sell some other assets just to keep things moving. Okay. Hopefully that helps. Some say next 3 weeks could be bad for crypto. Depends on how you look at it. If everything goes down, you just buy more. So it's good, right? Because we all know it's going to go up, right? And by the way, the banks are going to be going, who really cares? It's safer in cryptos than it is in the banking industry. Okay? That's why the wife goes, let's take our extra money out of the bank and start putting it into other assets. That's why we're thinking of getting some more gold and silver next week when we're on our holidays. Yeah, the place.
And investing in some casino slot machines.
And investing in casino. She wins all the time, so I don't. Okay. I think there's going to be a little bit of a downturn where there's going to be good buying opportunities out there for everyone. Pick your favorites, your Litecoin, your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your XRP, Litecoin. Wait for them to dip. Buy. Because right now, this is not, I'm not joking around. Banking issues are going to be a huge thing coming up worldwide. Okay? Many of the big analysts are saying you should be looking into other assets. So if the crypto market goes down, awesome. You can get it for nice and cheap. I don't think it's going to be hugely bad, but it is going to go down. It's just normal. Okay? Normal fluctuation of the market as everything goes topsy-turvy in the next little while. Okay, hopefully that answers your question, Bob. DXY. No idea what that is, but let's do a reading on it for 6 months. I'm assuming it's a crypto of some sort.
You've done it before.
I've done it before.
US dollar index.
US dollar index?
Yeah.
That's what that stands for?
Stock, yeah.
Oh, so it's a stock.
A complete US dollar index.
Oh. Well.
Yeah.
Three of Swords is you're between a rock and a hard place, and you have your head up your butt. So the world financial system is not in good shape. Basically, what we've been talking about since the beginning of the show. Yeah, this is you, your goal, and something coming between those particular things. So if you're hoping for the banking system to be okay, the cash money, I think in June we're going to have some situation, maybe even before that. It doesn't happen like that. We're already seeing indicators that stuff's happening already. Like my mother-in-law, keep your money in the bank. Ooh. But she's wonderful. But anyways, there's all the tomfoolery. This is the Magician card, smoke and mirrors illusion. It's going to be found out in basically the jig is up. Okay. It's going to be really rough for the next 6 months, and then there's going to be a little bit of celebration afterwards as they bring in a new financial system. Okay. And it's not going to be CBDCs. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question. VET to all-time high in 2023. All the hard work that they've been doing behind the scenes is going to be paying off for everybody. There's going to be a situation where it's going to be jumping up, and many of the fools trying to keep it down are going to be whisked off to the side, and VET is going to be going up quite a bit in the next little while. There's probably going to be some news or something newsworthy that they're going to be doing in the next little while, and it's going to be bringing that price up quite a bit in 2023. Doesn't mean it'll be the all-time high of that. I do think that's yet to come after 2023. Okay, thank you for that, Bob. What is the future for BUSD? Is that a crypto or?
I think so.
I'll just go cold.
Stable coin is Binance.
Binance?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Binance coin.
Binance USD.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Nothing's. They're gonna have a little bit of a rough spot. Binance in its entirety. There's a whole bunch of rumors, and other YouTubers Watch out for Binance. It's going to collapse. Blah, 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 blah. No. They're too big of an entity to do that. Fortunately, the SEC and all those people are just throwing up smoke. You have to be careful of that. The U.S., the regulators and stuff are just throwing out negative news everywhere, and people misread it. Like the last time Bitcoin really went down, about a week ago, it was a misreading from reporting, and it got everybody scared, and everybody started selling. Okay, even though it was just Kraken that they're having a close look at, everybody thought the regulators were going after all the cryptos markets, which wasn't the case. And everybody freaked out and sold. So we have to be careful of these rumors of this place going to go down. We have to stop doing knee-jerk reactions. Okay, if you have your cryptocurrencies on a cold wallet or outside of the exchanges, as I always say, never ever leave your cryptocurrencies on an exchange. Okay, FTX is a pretty good reason. If you wanted to know a reason to do that, FTX would be that reason, or an example. Back in the day when we first started, it was can't remember the first one that dropped, and you have to remember it's not Bitcoin or the Binance coin that's bad, because it's like saying money's all bad because the bank is bad. Money still works. It's just the bank sucks. Okay. So their future is just fine. It's going to move on. If it did ever drop down, that'd be pretty much everything going down to zero for cryptos, because everybody associates Binance with crypto. Okay, they're different entities. Okay, but everybody doesn't know that, and they'll react and they'll sell and all that sort of thing. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be major. It's going to be a little blip on the road going forward. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. 3 cards for the YouTube channel, Waters Above Crypto Accuracy. Never heard of them. When I first started this channel, there's me and Samantha Jane. That's all I could find about if this is like a psychic channel. It's just me and Jane in the beginning, and all these other channels have cropped up. So, and in the beginning, it was just me and Samantha Jane. Because I looked. Okay. I think he's too tied into the ego part of his readings, and I think he's reading from that. Though that I do think he has a lot of, if he does readings, I'm thinking that he's going to be getting over that in the next little while. And he's going to be more and more accurate as we move along. Probably one that I would want to look at, actually, see how he does his thing, and maybe do some work. You never know. But I think he's pretty spot on with many of the things that he's picking up. But there's going to be a moment in time when he's too tied to his ego, and it's going to be putting his readings off a little bit. Okay, I'm going to have to go have a look. Thank you for that. Brizzo. Hi, Henri. I'm looking to get a new part-time job and need to be remote. That needs to be remote. That I can work on my own time and pays well. Do you see anything in the cards for me? Wow, that's a tall order. Pays well and you can be remote. I wish I could do that. Well, I can do that now. In this field, there's a lot of scams out there. You have to be careful. But there are some out there. And there's a lot of information out there on YouTube for those actual jobs. So I don't see anything in the present. Okay, I don't, and near future, I don't see anything like that in the next little while. Okay, I would be cautious on getting into anything, especially if they're asking for money up front. Remember, they're paying you, not the other way around. There's a lot of those scams that they ask you to pay some money to do work for them. Don't go into those. Okay, keep looking, keep doing your research. I don't think it's going to be anything anytime soon for you. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. Super Whittle Guy. I read that there are 10 UFOs shot down over Alaska, Canada, and the U.S. mainland the past few days. Obviously not balloons. Your thoughts? I think the majority of them are balloons. Okay. It's something that they're trying. They're doing a redo of World War I, World War II, where there was a lot of unidentified flying objects at that time, and they utilized that as propaganda to start World War I, World War II. So they're trying to do from the same playbook. I do think some of those are actual UFOs. And those are probably the last people you want to piss off. Okay. But I don't think it's going to be really coming into anything. It's more of a distraction. Because the banking industry is not so good and they don't want you focusing on that too close. Don't look at the bank, look at the balloon. Shh. Don't look at what else? The thing. Look at the balloon. Yeah. That's pretty much what it is. It's a distraction from the actual problems of the day. And for the government, that's a cheap way of getting your attention away from the actual stuff going on. Okay. War with China. Don't think of that. Look at the balloons. Okay. Every time they try to distract you with something, and the news is full of things like balloons, which is weird. Take a look at what they're trying to cover up every time. Okay, they're trying to distract you away from something else. And it's probably the June thing that I keep mentioning. Don't worry about your bank account. Look at the nice balloons. Okay, so just a reminder for everybody, when they're doing stuff like that on the news, it's usually a distraction for something else. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. I read that Biden family stands to either lose millions or lost millions in the FTX fiasco, and also now many high-profile people are trying to get their donations back. 3 cards, please. Well, that'll never happen. Get your money. Well, I think some of the money will come back. but not all of it. When you're playing naughty things, that karma's a real bitch, ain't it? Legally, I don't think they have a leg to stand on for these people wanting to get their money back, and it's going to be hung up for a long period of time. It's going to be a situation much like other cryptocurrency markets that have fallen in the past, and they're still waiting for Mount Gox. That's the name of it, and they're still waiting for their cryptocurrency to come back. Okay. And it's going to be many, many years that we're going to be resolving the FTX thing. Yeah, Biden family is going to lose a lot of money on this. I think he's going to be losing his job close to the end of his presidency. Okay, I think they're going to stretch it out until he finally finishes his term to put him out to pasture. But look at all the things that are being exposed while he's in office, which is a lot of fun. And all the high profile people that were doing that are going to also be exposed through all this. It's a whole lot of fun. It's better than watching balloons. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. Do you see me having a pet in the future? A goldfish? Those are fun.
Are they?
I wanted a crab when I was young. Our class at school, we had a little aquarium, and it had one of those little crabs. I wanted one of those little crabs as a pet. My mom didn't want that. She got me a hamster, which didn't like me at all. Kept trying to bite me. Anyways, and I got a cat, so that was okay too. Let's have a look. There's going to be a couple opportunities out there, very close calls of trying to get a pet. I think they're going to be situations where you can do a little bit of a rescue thing, but I think it keeps edging itself away from you for whatever reason. For whatever reason, I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. It may be in the new year or the following year that you may be getting a pet like Domino in the background here. Okay.
Yeah, get a black cat.
Get a black cat.
You're crazy.
You're crazy. Woo! Loco. And your neighbors will love it. But I don't think that's going to be for some time for you. Okay? Hopefully that helps you. Flame reading, please, and when and how I will meet my forever soulmate, please. What will she? Might not be a girl. I'll explain. Not all soulmates are a relationship like that. Okay, sometimes soulmates are just there to learn from. So it could be a guy. But if you're thinking in the way that I think you're thinking, that may not be for some time. Okay, there's a whole lot of other things that you're going to have to straighten out around you before that happens. We have to remember to love ourselves before we can love anybody else. And I think you're on that path of loving yourself. Okay? Hence the name of today's show.
But he's thinking love lady.
Love lady. Okay. Okay, here it is. It's almost like Japanese lettering.
K.
KV. The wife's doing. I can see her on
Or
her
R.
R.
D.
RD.
Yeah.
Okay. What's Daisy Chains think? She's
Yeah,
pretty.
she says RD.
RD. Okay.
Supermodel guy says RV.
RV.
Or V.
Maybe you meet her on a camping trip with your RV. If that's real, Evan. Let's see. It's out and about when that's when you're going to be meeting them. That's probably why I was picking that up. That you're going to be out and about, maybe on holiday or whatever, doing your thing, and that's when you're going to be meeting them in the next 2 to 3 months. Okay. There's going to be. It's when you start working on other things and keeping them simple that you're going to be finding her. Okay. She'll probably be the opposite to you and probably tell you to keep it simple. Other things that I'm seeing that there's going to be, she's blonde.
I saw blonde too.
Yeah, 2 blondes.
Just one, no.
Just one blonde, but 2 people said blonde. And she's going to be very stern, like no nonsense kind of girl. She ain't gonna put up with no crap. Okay, which is not a bad thing. Especially keep you on your toes. Make sure that she's gonna be very psychic, so there's no lying. You gotta be like me and the wife. I can't lie because she'll pick it up and go. And I do think that she's going to be.
She's going to help him with his business.
Going to help you with your business.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll have a black cat.
Not me.
Not another cat. And don't get into the candle. That's all we need is a cat on fire.
No, not you.
When the time comes, I think you're going to be actually ready, and you're not going to be realizing that what's going on. She's going to be coming to you. Okay. As you're going out and about doing your thing, thinking about other things, that's usually when it happens. So in the next 2 to 3 months, I think she's going to be coming around. Okay. And she's going to smack in the back of the head. Hey, listen up. And everything will be fun from then on. Okay. What else we got? 3 cards for Penny Kelly's emergency surgery. Penny Kelly. She's that psychic from Jean-Claude.
She has her own channel.
Yeah, she has her own channel too. That's the first time I've seen her was on Beyond Mystic with Woo Woo Dude. She's going to be out of the game for the next little while. I think will recover, but I think it's going to be quite some time until we actually see her in action again. Okay, she's going to have a little longer recovery time than normal. Okay. Um, and there might be something else that comes along right after that she's going to be having to look after. So she may be out of the spotlight for the next little while. Okay, so hopefully that answers that question. Anything coming up for you? Always something coming up. Could be a regular day. There's always something happening. It's not the time to stop doing the actions that are necessary to bring you forward in a situation. I think you're working on a certain project and you kind of don't drop the ball while doing the thing. Okay. I think you got everything in motion. Don't stop. Okay. I think you're just on the edge of the tipping point. Okay, so you're gonna go up the hill, and then for some reason you make the decision not to go the other way down. Okay, go the other way down. Follow through with it, and you're gonna be just fine. Okay, and then you're gonna be showing everybody your handiwork coming up very, very soon, and they're gonna be very pleased on your handiwork. So don't doubt yourself moving forward on this project that you're working on right now. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. Should I start a junk removal business or a custom t-shirt business in 2023? Both are good. I think you'd probably have better luck with the junk removal business. You can actually make some pretty good money with junk removal. I did that when I was younger with a friend. He had a big pickup truck, and we just go pick up junk, bring it to the scrap yard, or especially if it's metal, and you can make some pretty good coin doing that. If you don't mind getting dirty, okay. I do have the feeling that the junk removal business will be the better of the two. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. One more. Doing some work behind the scenes here.
Yeah. There we go.
Will my wife and me be reunited soon? She lives far abroad now, visa pending. I don't think that's going to be a possibility anytime soon. It's going to be a little later than what you had figured. There's going to be a whole lot of things preventing visas and all that sort of thing going through for the next little while because the government's going to be doing its own thing for the next little while, and a lot of things are going to be forgotten about in that time period. There is a moment in time when you can actually take matters in your own hands. I think the universe is going to be giving you that opportunity very, very soon. So if you do see it and you recognize it, and government or universe goes, get moving, I think that's going to be the moment you're in to get that job done. Okay? So if you're waiting on government to do anything, I think there's going to be an opportunity where you can actually take the bull by the horns on that one. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. Okay, the wife says, "That's it.
Gotta make supper for the.
Got to make supper for the Valentine's Day." We having heart-shaped pizza?
Heart-shaped burger, maybe.
Heart-shaped burgers. Just a reminder for the homework on the Sunday. We won't be here on the Saturday live. I'll put something out with the horoscope ratings. It's going to be a pre-recorded thing for everybody. So if I'm not here on this Saturday, don't panic. We're just on a bus. I might do a little bit on the phone live or something. Once we get there. But I'm going to do a pre-recording for the horoscopes for that day. So don't worry. Sunday, we're going to be back to normal. We got our homework for that day. Okay, so make sure you get that homework done for the Sunday show. If you like a personal reading with me, make sure to go to secgreensbyandre.com, scrolling on the bottom of the screen. If you like a personal healing with my wife, that's also information is going to be on the psychogreensbyandre.com as well. If you like to protect your cryptocurrencies and not leave them on an exchange, okay, make sure you go to our website where we have the link to the Trezor wallet. Best place to keep your cryptocurrency safe. If you should happen to make a purchase from any of our affiliate programs, know that we make a little bit of money from that purchase. Okay. Until we meet again, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.